Good evening, viewers. My name is Melvin Metzger, and welcome to the Melvin Metzger Show, hosted on the Then and Now media platform, London, England. As you all know by now, my show is diverse, and we discuss a range of topics. On this show, I engage guests from around the world, and they will be able to tell us their own stories in their own words, their successes, achievements, and challenges. My show, the Melvin Metzger Show, aims to inform, share ideas, and motivate the new generation. Please like my show page, the Melvin Metzger Show. Please share to your friends, and tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend to tell another friend that we've got a very special, unique entrepreneurs in the house today. And that Khadie Fresh, an enterprise run by Mr. Femi and Khadie Alabi, are live tonight on the Melvin Metzger Show. Mr. and Mrs. Alabi, welcome to the Melvin Metzger Show.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Right. Mr. Alabi, I must start by thanking you guys for accepting this invitation. And Mrs. Alabi, famously known as Khadie or Khadie Fresh, I must thank you guys for coming on to my show. I'm going to start with the head of the house, Mr. Alabi. I'm sure a lot of customers get your name mixed up, because I was saying Aladi all the time until your wife told me, no, it's not Aladi, it's Alabi.
Yeah, correct.
So you do have a lot of issues with this, with your customers?
Sometimes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right. Tell us a bit about your background. I know you're originally from Nigeria, but that's all I know. Tell us a bit about your background before you started your business, or where you came from, your country.
Oh, well, I was born in Nigeria. I'm a Nigerian. Okay?
Yeah.
I went to, I studied physical health education at my program, and I play handball as a professional.
You played handball?
Yes.
Wow.
I coached handball.
Okay.
And I represented my country in many competitions.
Mm-hmm.
And yes, and I went to Cyprus to play as a professional in 1989.
Okay.
Yeah, and that's why I met my queen.
The lovely Khadie.
Yeah.
So what about your early beginnings in Nigeria? Which part of Nigeria are you from?
I'm a Yoruba by tribe. I was born in Minna, Niger State. That's
Ekaro.
Ekale. I was born in Minna, Niger State, where Babangida, the president, the former president, Babangida Ibrahim, and Abdul Salam, that's the same city I grew up. And Babangida was our patron, handball patron at that time before becoming the president.
Okay. Okay, so you're from the same state as the former president of the Republic of Nigeria?
Yes.
That's great, sir. That's great. Khadie, I know you attended the Annie Walsh Memorial Secondary School in Freetown, but what else don't I know about you? Please tell me something, tell the viewers something else we don't know before you guys met, as we'll come to that later, but just tell us your early childhood, your early background.
Good evening, everyone, and thank you very much, Mr. Melvin, for hosting us. We are very, very happy to be here, and we pray that God Almighty continue to make your show to be a successful one and to great higher heights.
Amen.
Thank you very much for helping to push Mama Salon forward in your little way.
Tonight is not just about Mama Salon, it's Mama Salon and Niger.
I know, right? Yes, but this is about you. This is about you contributing to push Mama Salon to go further.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Amen. Yes. Well, I am Khadijatu Dumbuya Alabi, the wife of Femi Alabi. I like to call myself Mrs. Femi Alabi.
Okay.
I am the daughter of King Nimbana of Kutan Road, that Timnit tribal headman, the late King Nimbana of Kutan Road, and the daughter of now the late Yalimami Nimbana.
Okay.
I attended the annuals, and I attended St. Edward Secondary School sixth form. Okay. Many people don't get to know this because it was just for a short while. But then, yes, these are my early years in Sierra Leone. I attended Buxton Girls School, primary school.
Buxton Girls School?
Yes, Buxton Girls School, Charles Street. I attended that primary school. So yes, I am a true Freetonian, okay. Born and bred, grew up. I don't like to call myself a Kutarwood. I like to call myself a Central 2 Pekin.
Central 2 Pekin. Where is Central 2 for the benefits of those of us who've forgotten a bit? For the benefits
of those who do not know, yes. Because they have changed all the centrals. Central 2 starts from Circular Road, Regent Road. Okay. And it comes, yes, and it, no, sorry. Central 2 starts from Cotton Tree, not taking Soldier Street.
Okay.
But yes, anywhere from Cotton Tree right up to, was it St. John, okay. Savage Street, all of those places were Central 2 and Cambridge Street. Okay. One part of Cambridge Street was Central 2. The other part of Cambridge Street was Central 3. But we like to call ourselves Central 2 Pekin, okay. Kuta Road Pekin, Brook Street Pekin, Nimbana Street Pekin. But most of all, I am a Soldier Tongue Pekin. Soldier Tongue are the children who grew up in Soldier Street. We're a very good thoroughbred because we had a lot of influential people around us. And yes, I can say that when I was like the age of 15, I could speak 4 languages in Sierra Leone.
4 languages?
4, maybe 5. Yes, okay. I could speak 5 languages because of all these people that were around us in Freetown, Sierra Leone. You know, Sojatong is a Mende street. It's Mende people's street. You have to speak Mende, whatever you do. My mother's mother tongue is Loko. My dad is Timini Soso. Yes, so I speak all of these languages. And my mother speaks Fula because my senior sister is Fula. So all of these languages are in my grasp.
Okay.
Yes, so that's my early life in Sierra Leone. And wow. I'm happy to say, yes, I'm happy to say that I am a Freetonian, a well-bred Freetonian.
Well-bred Freetonian. And you came from a line, a very powerful and recognizable line of, is it chieftaincy?
Yes,
King,
yes.
Is it Chief Nimbana or King Nimbana?
King Nimbana of Kutan Wood. Well, Nimbana. Actually, our chieftaincy house is in Cambia. Okay. In Cambia, in Cambia district. But because of all the movement and so we just came and assumed one in Koya Chiefdom. And
okay. Yes, great. So at least we know a bit about Khadie Fresh as well as her husband. Yeah. Viewers, this is you're watching the Melvin Metzger show, a live broadcast from London, and my guests today are the owners of Khadie Fresh, Mr. and Mrs. Alabi. Right, Mr. Alabi, how did you get started in business? Because I know you must have have you done business before, or you just started with Khadie Fresh?
I started with Khadie Fresh.
Okay.
But it's something that, that's formally. It's something that was, it has been in me from the beginning. Okay. And from the time I met Khadie, we always talk about business. Yes. And since then, we have been trying different type of business. Consulting this and that. And before we come down to Khadie Fresh, but we have tried several businesses.
Yeah.
Good.
Okay. So what businesses did you try before you finally succeeded in with your Khadie Fresh?
Yeah, before we settled down for Khadie Fresh, uh, we did consulting. Yeah,
Okay.
okay. We consult for companies in Nigeria.
Okay.
Yes, and we consult for them. We consult for some political yeah company.
Okay.
Politicians.
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 He's
Yes.
very tired.
Don't be scared
tonight.
to say that. Don't be scared.
He's just
All
tired.
right. Yes, even including Buhari also. We
Okay.
did a little bit of consultations for him, and we did for Sokoto State government also
Okay.
at that time. But it was just a little bit of
Here and there, yeah.
Okay.
consulting.
Nothing major. Nothing major at that
No.
time. Okay.
Yeah.
So at least you tried your hands on a few business projects and then finally.
Sesame trade.
Yes, and then we did the sesame trade,
Okay.
and we can be proud of our effort that we brought in soya beans information
Okay.
into Ghana.
Into Ghana.
Yes, the
So you had some
Ghanaian
business, you had business connections in Ghana as well.
Yes, we did the soya beans project, and they didn't like soya beans. I introduced soya beans into Ghana in the north.
Okay.
Yeah, yes, we did that, and that was in 2008, something like that. Yeah, we did that. Okay, before coming down, and then we did hair business. We had a salon. Salons, yeah. It's very
Saloons.
good. Yeah. And while we are side doing consultation, we have our salon
Okay.
run by
That's great.
Majesty.
So, but now you've become one of the main African food suppliers in London. Was this the plan from the start, from the onset, or it just happened?
Yes and no,
Okay.
because before moving down here, we had the plan of doing this.
Mhm.
Yeah, but because of Khadie's because of our because of our intention in capturing London, what
Okay.
is what the UK lack when it
Okay.
comes to food and health.
Okay.
So that's where we came in.
Okay. So the pound is stronger actually, so it's a better option, isn't it?
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
Right, Khadie, for the benefit of your viewers, what are some of the other food stuff? Because you're gonna have some new customers tonight, and what are some of the other, apart from the usual, what are some of the other stuff that you sell?
Well, we are African vegetable suppliers.
Yeah.
This African vegetable supplies is born from our trade in sesame seeds.
Okay.
You know, during the war, we had traveled long time, way before the war, and we were doing businesses, and we stumbled upon sesame seeds.
Okay.
In Ghana. Yes, and then during our consultancy days, and then we had this company that were buying sesame seeds. We always know where to get things from. Trust me. We know where to get everything. When you put these two together, we can get everything from Africa.
Okay.
Trust me. So when they asked us about these sesame seeds, my husband just said, yes, we can do it. Okay. And there we were. By the time we know, we could be bringing container load of sesame seed every 3 months to Holland.
Okay.
Yes. So, but and then this importing and exporting from Africa was becoming interesting. And one thing my husband did not mention is that he was dealing in tuk-tuk. Keke. Keke.
Oh, keke.
Yeah,
yes, the keke.
Okay.
Yes, my husband used to go to China and make it there in China and bring it to Nigeria. Yes, so we are doing all of these. Yes, we are doing those things, export, import, carry, but we don't, I never used to import or export to Sierra Leone.
No.
Okay.
Until this, when we started doing this sesame seed, then I started thinking, well, why don't we bring in our own country?
Yeah.
And then we move from sesame seed, we start to bring container loads of cassava leaves from other countries. And there are many other stuff we used to buy from other people's countries. Thanks to the little French I know, we could buy from Cameroon, we could buy from Benin Republic, we could buy from Togo, from Ghana, Senegal, we could buy even Gambia, we could buy from many places and bring it to wherever we are to sell. And
fish.
Yes, including fish.
Okay.
Dried fish. Yes. For us, we don't trade in particular things. We used to trade on what we see, what is niche. Any gap in the market, we are ready to fill it in. But one thing we
what the
didn't
suppliers
do,
wanted, you used to go for exactly
in
what they're looking
terms
for
of
at the time.
yes, in terms of agriculture.
Yes.
In terms of agriculture, we don't bring clothes, things like that. No, we bring food stuff, agricultural things, because we saw that it could help farmers. The people were very content with what we were doing, because nothing is as good as if you plant your humble vegetable or your humble thing, and then somebody comes from afar and buys it. And then the person say, keep for me, next month I'm coming back to buy.
Yes.
That is very, very promising. And you actually do go and you buy. People's education, people's children's education depended on us.
Wow.
So yes, people's children's education, people build houses in Africa because they know that when Khadie and Femi come and buy this time, this is what I'm going to do with the money. This is what I'm going to do with the money.
They can keep some for the next planting season, and then have food to eat throughout the.
Not only subsistence farming, all this. Yes. No. We have to grow from what we do. So after having done all of these things in Ghana, in Cameroon, in Togo, in Nigeria, one day we just said, okay, now we have to go also to Sierra Leone to do this stuff. Okay. And then we started doing it. And that's how it has grown. And now we have become this big vegetable producers in London.
A powerhouse.
It's not unintentional. It is consciously done. So I don't want to mislead people to think that, look, Khadie, it just began and they make up. I don't.
You've been doing it for a very, very long time. You've been in business.
I really do not. Yes, I really would not want to mislead people like that. Yeah. It's not something you just jump into willy-nilly with eyes closed and think, oh, now close, so you can go to salon, you go sell, no matter what. This is not vegetable. And even if it's that, even if you bring your vegetable to London to sell, that is not what we are doing. We are doing something way different from just buying and selling.
Part of what I got is more of, you've dedicated yourself. It's dedication as well, and good business skills, good customer skills as well, business acumen. It has helped you along the way.
Innovation, inclusive.
Yes, well, all of these come behind all the businesses that we have done. And we have decided now we want to retire because I am a hairdresser of 17 years.
Okay.
You will not know. We ran 3 salons in Holland.
Okay.
Yes, and my husband was the managing director. I was I was there. Yes, I was on the floor with about 6 or 7 barbers that we could work in between us and running all the other departments and things. And our two children were
That's
the
what I was
person-
about to ask you. The kids look like it looks from, I've visited your shop before, and they looked heavily involved in your business as well.
they had been cashiers since the age of 12.
Wow, Jesus.
Yes. And I'm not
awesome.
talking about just cashiers, say, when your mom will say, go and sit there. No, they had job, they had things to do. They had little tickets to share around. You know, when you go into a salon or you go into a place, they give you a ticket or a number.
Yeah.
Yes, they used to do that. They would take your number and they'll take your telephone.
And
It's very, and when it's your turn, they'll call you. And some people come, they take a number and they go. So
Okay.
they used to call you and tell you that the next person will be you. So if you are not in the salon, you will be out. So it's not just cashier, it's a hands-on management of the salon, in the sense of the barbers that they were doing.
Mhm.
So
And we have to share another product.
yes, and we had hair products as well that we were selling. But it was just a full-blown beauty parlor, but also with hair products, cosmetics. And later on, we brought in a lot of Africana things we used to buy from Ghana, all jewelries and a lot of things. That's what we used to do. But you asked me, you said, what do you have at your shop now?
Now, yes.
Gosh, there is so much going on at our shop now, at our factory now. Now we have our newest baby are the frozen vegetable line.
Okay.
We have switched to all African vegetables, not only Sierra Leonean vegetables, but Nigerian vegetables, Ghanaian, Cameroonian. So that means that in this new activity that we have started with the frozen vegetable line, it means we have incorporated all of African vegetables into our vegetable line. That means in between the cassava leaf, the potato leaf, and the greens, and crane, you can also find ugu, which is a favorite in Nigeria. You can find otazi, you can find oziza, you can find the fungwas, you can find bitter leaf, you can find the other kontomri from Ghana. Yes, you can find all of these African vegetables in our line of vegetables. Wow. So that means we're going for a wide scale African line. That has to do with the vegetables. Okay. But also at our shop, you can get your ginger beer, your ogiri, your
granite cake,
granite cake, ogiri, and our favorite, our ogiri oil. Yes. For the people who love it, they really, really like it. It's not, people keep asking me, is ogiri oil not sesame oil? Yes,
it's a
yes and no. Exactly, because ogiri is not sesame only. You can't say ogiri is grinded sesame. No, because the manner with which we make our ogiri in Sierra Leone is different from just plain sesame, mush it up and put it in a bottle, is it? No, ogiri is fermented sesame seed. The sesame seed has to be properly fermented, and it has to be done in traditional ways. And there are laws beside it where it says, if you are setting ogiri, you must not have a affair the night before. So you see all of it. All of these funny things are going on, and that's why I refuse to call it sesame oil. It's not sesame oil, it's ogiri oil, because it's directly after we have made the ogiri, that's when we get the sesame oil.
So that's good. You cater for wide range people, range of countries around the African continent, which is good. That's good for business as well.
Very good. Very, very.
It keeps you guys at the apex, or should I say, it's not a competition word, but it's at the top of the game. Yes, you've told us a bit about your businesses, how you guys got started. Now, let's drift away from the business side of things a bit. I can see the way you two are seated there. You cozy up there, very cozy. And Mr. Aladi has just been smiling since he came on the show. Now, can I
Avio.
ask a, can I ask a question? How did you two meet? Because for you guys to have such a good chemistry, you guys, I mean, you must have developed this along the way. How did you two meet, please? Who brought in the roses?
30 years. I am proud to say that.
So how did you two meet? Let's hear the story of how you met your lovely wife or your husband.
She will put it in a,
Do you
in a
remember?
better. I remember everything. She will put it in a
Remember?
better.
Okay, let's hear from you, Mr. Alani. Let's hear from you.
I would say the other part anyway. She was introduced to us because I had a roommate at that time.
Okay.
The lady was about coming to London, travel to London anyway, and she said, "Okay, Khadie, she just arrived in Cyprus at that time.
5 days before.
Yeah. So and the lady was just trying to say, okay, let me introduce to the Africans around, or the black people, or my friends around here,
Yeah.
you know, and then they brought her.
Okay.
Oh my God.
They brought her.
Yeah,
That was a perfect introduction.
tag along, and
So why did they have to select her among many other ladies at the time?
No,
It
we
was
were
just-
all together. It was 4 of us.
yeah.
Okay.
And then the lady came to our apartment. Then she rang the bell, and I slide the window open, and then I saw her downstairs.
You
and
didn't see me, you saw us. It was a lot of us.
I saw you. Among all of them, it was only her that I saw, you know.
Okay. And it was
And
love.
then
It was
I
love at
saw
first
the
sight.
other lady, Jessica, and then oh, it's Jessica. Yeah. Then we just opened the door for her. They came up, and she introduced her and the other ones, right? But well, for me, they introduced her to me,
Yeah.
and I just, you know, I sidelined my eyes and watched her very well. And then later on, they took taxi. They went back to their hostel.
Okay.
And then since then, I've been walking away, looking for a way to get in touch with her. But they are students.
Okay.
I was a professional handball player at that time. So we are also very, very busy. We don't have time. And I keep trying to, because Jessica has left.
Yeah.
So I don't know anybody, and I've forgotten her name.
Yeah.
Yes. So I just try and try, but I know she had an identity.
Yeah.
The golden teeth.
Golden teeth. So you say you're looking for the lady with the golden teeth.
Yes.
Or golden
So
tooth.
one day I just make up my mind. I called one of our goalkeeper. He used to come and pick me up, and I said, you know what? Before we go for training today, I want to go and look for that girl.
Mhm.
And then it's okay, let's go. And then we went to the school. We went because it's a hotel school, so we went to the reception first. And I asked them, I said, I was looking for this lady. They said, which lady? I said, South Africa. She's an African lady with the golden teeth. They said, okay, then I have to go to the hotel. I have to go around, you know. So we went round with the boy.
Yeah.
And by the time we got there, we saw some ladies and asked him, please, where can I see that lady?
With the gold tooth.
Yeah. And then finally say, oh yeah, and they went to call her, and well, I reintroduce myself back to her, and I show her my interest, and she thought about it.
I didn't think about it.
Okay,
Well,
so that was how you met. That's a
think
great.
about it, we will not be here now.
Yes, you see. So you
So
have to make the
we did-
first move. That's a great love story. And then with a family-run business, a husband and wife, there are times when you're at home and you might have disagreement. You do get disagreements every now and then. It's part of life. It's part of a relationships. How does that when you, after you've had a tiny or small palaver and then you go to your shop, how does it work out? And then you have to face the world.
I leave that to the
Yes.
you good.
Ask him.
No, I'll let you. Khadie, you can answer this one.
We have open room.
Yeah.
Whatever thing we do, it never affects our love.
Okay, that's good.
Never.
That's good.
We can disagree. We can do whatever thing. We can say whatever thing we want to say.
Yeah.
Pertaining business, but it never affects our love.
That's
and
good.
we have never fight or disagree on money. Money issue never come between us.
Okay, that's great.
Money issue never. Oh no, it's your own people. Oh no, it's my own people. Oh no, it's my own. Oh, it's your own. Never. The money is for us.
That's a solid foundation.
And
that's good.
Yes,
that keeps the relationship
that's why
solid.
we are still together, because I never see her as a Sierra Leonean. She never see me as a Nigerian.
Okay.
I just see my love.
That's good.
All.
Okay.
It was just because we are in this society that we know that yes, we belong to this tribe, or we belong to this country, we belong to this thing. Yeah, if not, we never see. As soon as we come inside here, we don't see each other as, oh, Sierra Leone, Nigeria. No, nothing. Just love.
Okay, that's great. That's a great love story. That's good. Those are very good advices from Mr. and Mrs. Alabi. Now, your business is a very smoothly run business, but what are some of the constraints you have with distribution or delivery? Like if you're ordering from outside the UK, mostly Africa, do you have any constraints? I mean, regarding importing all the stuff into the UK? Please share some of those experiences with us. I can see Khadie is laughing already. He's smiling.
Well, Khadie is always laughing when it comes to business. Yes, every business has constraints.
Yeah.
We have constraints as well because, first of all, Sierra Leone doesn't have its own airline. Nigeria doesn't have a very strong airline. African countries, particularly, we don't have strong airlines where we can load up our things and carry it like the way other people do. Like Kenyan people, they have their airplane, they can carry their goods all around. Yeah. It's not like that with us in West Africa, Sierra Leone in particular. So there was a lot of constraints where that is concerned. Second concern is transportation in Sierra Leone is very, very difficult because there is very little organized farming. Very, very little. So there are constraints where that concerns. Another place where it concerns is that Sierra Leone is a little bit under the weather, should I say. Okay. When it comes to exporting from. Nonetheless, we do it, we try. And there's one major problem of every Sierra Leonean is that when you want to do business in Sierra Leone, you are your government, you are yourself, you are your own factory, you are your own distribution, you are your own everything, courier, everything you have to organize. Your own water system, you have to organize, your own electricity. It would have been nice if other Sierra Leoneans would not just think of, hey, I just want to go to Sierra Leone and buy and sell. Yeah. Or it would have been nice if other people look at other people's business models and think, oh, Khadie is training for electricity. Yeah. Let me get generators or electricity providing systems for these individual companies. Go to them, talk to them, give them good offers. Yeah. It would have been nice if Sierra Leone have a way where you can call a company and say, can you deliver water to me every month? One bouncer, or every day, or every week. Yeah. when I went to Sierra Leone recently, I tried to do that because our business is based on two things, water and electricity. And that's what the country doesn't have.
So that deters investors from coming in.
I tried my best. I tried to get, I'm going to call their name. I tried to get Grafton Water.
Yeah.
I couldn't get hold of anybody at Grafton Water to tell them, please, can you supply us this quantity of water every week? Those are businesses. People do not understand. You don't necessarily have to say, oh, that business what Khadie said they do, me said they go do them.
Yeah.
You can build your business model based on supplying these companies.
Mm-hmm.
There is a food company in Sierra Leone. Have you thought about supplying them with what they will need? They were, I look around. We are looking for accountants in Sierra Leone. Private accountants, you can't get because everybody is attached to an NGO. It's attached to this, it's attached to that. We're not going out to say, let's register our own accounting firm in Sierra Leone. Let's register our own water company where we can provide you with water. You don't have to provide me with water by telling me that I have to get my own tank. No, tell me that I'm going to bring you the tank. I'll bring you everything that has to do with water.
Mm-hmm.
All you have to do is tell Khadie, put your pipe, we will come and connect to you and give you that facility. People are not thinking about this. So these are the constraints that we go through in Sierra Leone. You don't have people that come up to do business with you. They only come to trade. Sometimes you don't need trade, you need service.
Mm-hmm.
Goodness gracious me.
Yeah, so those are some of the problems because if there's no investment, there's not going to be any jobs because these businesses provide jobs for people both in the rural area and in the urban cities. But if there are no business, if there's no water, light, all those things affect businesses.
Yes,
I agree with you on that.
You don't necessarily have to say me step na me they go buy me own plazas, na me the package and na me the clear and go let how Khadie they do. No, now me get the water company, now me get the electricity company, now me get the simple plastic factory that Khadie uses.
Innovation.
So
That's
that
the word.
we can be able to buy it from me. Say, and they go make Khadie in plastic. They all give them all the name. Work with the companies that work with what exists. Don't think that you have to go and create your own from scratch.
Yeah.
Give services.
Yes. Don't think that you must go and create your own from scratch. Work with entities that already exist.
Teamwork.
Yes,
well, you've specified, you've said it.
Teamwork.
And you've there you have Mr. and Mrs. Alabi, Khadie Fresh, owners of Khadie Fresh, and they've just gave us a short, interesting but educating piece on running a business in Sierra Leone and what are some of the things that are involved about people trying to work as a team and so that they can further their businesses and provide jobs, much needed jobs for Sierra Leoneans. Yeah. So the COVID, how did this affect your business, and what are some of the coping mechanisms that how did you cope during the lockdown? Mr. Alabi, I'll let you have this one.
Barely. My wife is much of a narrator than I. So I'll also give her that opportunity to explain more.
You are doing this because you are thinking that I'm with my people. Talk to
No. Nothing to do. We don't have my people, your people anywhere.
Yeah, he said that we are all one.
Yeah, so there's nothing like that. There is nothing like that. It's just that we have a situation with the COVID.
Yeah,
the COVID affected us terribly. Mm-hmm. It was something that was unexpected.
Yeah,
and what I mean by unexpected for a lot of people, it's a shock that it happened the way it happened. People just thought that it would happen for like a month and that's the end. I thought that it would be over in a month. So
Mhm.
what we did at Christmas time, Christmas 2019.
No, we had a situation first with the Brexit.
Yeah.
Brexit start to hit us because we usually go ourselves
To pick up our goods from
goods
Brussels. Yes.
Yeah.
Every time
Unfortunately,
it started with Brexit, but
yes.
when COVID came, it
Yeah.
just made it worse.
But it was.
But yes, and everything comes with a blessing.
Mhm.
When COVID came, it allowed us, because a lot of shops closed, because we are wholesalers, we supply the shops.
Mhm.
We used to supply exclusively. And sometimes when some people used to come to our shop, we would say, oh no, please don't come. Where is your address? Go to so and so place and get your stock there. But when COVID came, a lot of shops closed down. When they closed, a lot of people. And we had stock to sell. We still had, because from December 2019, I heard about this. And when we heard that China went on lockdown, I've
Yeah.
never experienced lockdown. I don't know what lockdown is. The only time I know about lockdown was when the Ebola came to Sierra Leone.
Yeah.
So I know that food is hard to get. So we started to stock up plazas. We were stocking up plazas. We make them, we freeze them. We make and freeze. So when they said COVID, we brought out, after we finished all our fresh, we brought out our frozen and we started to sell. But it didn't take long because the only stock we had were for like a month. And by the time we knew it was finished. So when the airlines resumed, that was like 3 months later, we started selling directly because some shops were closed and some people just didn't want to come out. They were shielding. So we would bring our products and we just invited people to come and buy.
Did you do local deliveries? Did you do deliveries?
No, we were not delivering because we were not interacting with people.
Okay.
What we did, we were sending it through DHL.
Okay.
So COVID led to the birth of our delivery department.
Okay.
So we were delivering to a lot of people, and we started delivering by DHL, by post office. They will come and pick it up at our store because we were not interacting with anyone. When I tell you anyone, when you come to buy at our store, you have to take our telephone number, send us a WhatsApp, send your order. We will pick your order. When you pay, we put it out of our door, our shop door. You come and pick it up in your basket. You were not allowed to enter the store. Or later, when you could enter the store, you had to wash your hands when you enter into our store. These are all the things that we had to do. And of course, up to this day, our store, you have to wear a mask to come in.
But sending them through a courier, doesn't that increase the cost? Because you have to.
It does increase the cost, but that's for the buyer. We don't send free. Sorry, we are very, very sorry. We apologize, but we are not yet that comfortable to send you free delivery. Maybe later in the future, when we are okay, we can do free delivery if we buy certain amount. But for now, we are sorry, we cannot afford it yet.
Okay. Khadie Fresh is live on the Melvin Metzger show.
Yes.
You've invested a lot on your equipment. You were talking about them earlier, and have you benefited from that? Like you've got all this sort of machinery that does all the different things for you guys. Mr. Labi, have you guys benefited greatly from these equipment you've invested in?
Yes.
Or are people still saying, don't worry, I can cut my own plazas, I can do this stuff?
We still have those who still feel that it is necessary for them to wash their own vegetables because of the lack of trust they had with the other suppliers or from other stores before. But the ones who have tasted ours and they have seen it, they never stop coming or requesting for it. We have restaurants up till today. That they still come to us and we still wash and cut and supply them. So we had a lot of people who believe in our machineries and our innovation.
Right. You guys not only sell, you don't have customers coming to your shop, but you do supply other African stores as well?
Yes,
We do.
Wow.
we do. We supply in Peckham, we supply in Dalston, we supply in Woolwich, we supply in what is this place?
A lot. We supply all around. We supply out of London, actually.
Out of London as well. Which
Yes,
cities,
we
which
do.
towns are they?
Yes, yes. We supply
Birmingham area.
Scotland.
Yes,
Yes,
Scotland
for people
also.
living in Scotland, we also supply. There's a Sierra Leonean shop there. We supply to. Yes, we do.
Sweden, Norway, they have their own too.
Yeah.
Wow. This is big. This is big. How do you cope with business, being business people and then raising a family? How was this? How have you guys coped? How have you guys managed the two, being a parent and a business person? I know the kids are involved in your business, but how have you coped with?
Well, I think both of us come from steady homes, first of all. It doesn't mean that people who come from steady homes do not make it. It doesn't mean that at all. That steady home situation, you can create yourself.
Okay.
You can build yourself. Yes, it starts with one of your parents, or it starts with somebody who mentored you in life, and you build up from there. And so when you get your children, you just let it flow with them. And what I grew up in a family where my dad was very, 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 very strict. One of the strictest parents in Kuto Road during that time in Western area is my dad. And everybody know him about that. And he doesn't let us go anywhere. We go nowhere. And funnily, my mom was, when she was selling in the market, in Kissy Road Market, not Kissy Road, Garizi Street Market. This is long, long time ago, way in the 80s. And the only thing we know is there and our house. We don't know any other place. We can't go anywhere. So that's because I grew up with a dad like that. I vowed not to do that to my children.
Okay.
I vowed to allow my children to explore life, to grow up and do things that they
So
and others.
joining you guys in your business, that's out of their own free will.
Yes, of course.
Yes.
It's because
And they can
grew
go
up
and do
in it.
whatever they choose to do. But at
Oh,
least you've given
yes.
them that foundation.
Exactly.
Something, they have a family business to fall back on.
Yeah, we introduced.
They were introduced to every sport you can think of, every sport, every lifestyle, every kind of thing you can think about. So I really sit down and think, wow, what have we not done with our children? They're everywhere. We even go skiing. We don't know how to ski, but we just go around the area to sit down and watch Oyimbos do their thing. But they can be around there. Yes, they learned how to skate, ice skating. They have their swimming diploma. When I say swimming diploma, swimming rescue. So yes, all of those kind of things they have. Tennis lesson,
judo.
Yeah, exactly. So I decided to leave my children to explore everything and choose whatever they wanted to do in life, just because of that background that I have. But that is not to say that we just left them. As you see them, they have never gone to a babysitter.
Okay. You've never taken them to babysitter?
Never.
So you raised them on your own, you looked after them?
They have never gone to sleep over. No sleepover parties, nothing like that.
That's great discipline.
Yes, so you want to go from morning to night, go and play with your friends, we will come and pick you up. However tired we are, relentlessly go and pick them up. Relentlessly spend time with them, however tired you are, and one thing always that I advise people, when your child comes from school, the face you should see your child when she comes out of the class. When she walks towards you, you should observe their face. That face tells you everything your child have had that day. And once you get home, take a minute, 15, 30 minutes and talk about it with them. When our kids were small, all their neighbors, they know that you cannot come to them before 4 o'clock. So school finishes at 3 o'clock.
Yep.
We go home, we get home by 3:30. They are not allowed to go out, or they're not allowed to be with friends until after 4 o'clock. What do we do during that 30 minutes? We are eating, we are snacking, not dinner, we are snacking, but we are talking about how their day went, what homework, how did it go, what time are they going to come back in and do their homework. Yeah, we so structured. 7 o'clock, no matter what happens, you must try to go to bed. 7 o'clock. And 8 o'clock, yes, 7 o'clock, you should be on your bed. No matter what happens.
Yeah.
No, even if the sun is shining, that will be 8 o'clock. But 7 o'clock, you must go to your bed. You pull your curtains. You don't have TV in your bedroom. Never had TV in any bedroom. Okay. No.
You've done well.
Only lots and lots of books on the wall. And my daughter, when she was the age of 12, primary school, she read all the books in the library. Yeah.
Okay. I've just got a text from someone from I got a text from someone from Manchester. Sorry, I have to interject. How can they get some of your products in Manchester?
Manchester, well, there are people who stock our products in Manchester, but if they cannot get it, they can WhatsApp us, they can send us a message, and we can post it to them. We send them our product list, and we can post it to them.
Is it okay? I need permission for this to give your number online, or I could text them privately.
They can go to Khadie or African vegetable supplier.
And you can as well do that. No problem.
Yeah, because our number is online anyway, but you can give them.
Well, there you go, viewers. You can
go to
Khadie.
You can go to African vegetable supplier on Facebook. If you tap that, you can get to us. And also, if you tap Khadie, you should be able to get to me. If you tap Femi Alabi, you should get to him. And you can go to our website, khadiefresh.com.
We're still building the product section, but it's there live.
So, Mr. Alabi, this is an ongoing process. It's one step at a time.
Yeah,
building, gradually building.
Yes,
I know you're gonna be a major force one of these days. And right, when you do a business like this, there's always gonna be competition. I know you guys are very humble. You don't want to talk about things like competition. There's always gonna be people doing the same thing, and you have to come up with different strategies so that you stay ahead of the game. Not in a bad way, but you have to make sure you maintain your business. Yes. How have you guys done this? Yes. Tell us the secret, or you don't want to tell us the secret?
No, it's innovative. You just have to be ready. You have to be there. It's a service we give. And what we promise you is what we try to give you. And it's very difficult in terms of vegetable, because if we tell you that we are bringing Khadie Fresh, we have to see that really we bring Khadie Fresh to you.
Yeah.
And we run, we spend, we invest just for us to get that freshness to you.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we do that, and the consistency in doing that makes the customers or our clients believe us and stay with us.
So that's our strength right there. What you just narrated, we deliver fresh, and that's where this name was born. It's not the name was born. This is the name, Khadie Fresh. We deliver it fresh. Khadie's fresh. You know, we deliver it fresh. When we first started this business in London, and everybody was saying, "Hey, how I own dear so?" Then my husband would say, "You know, see how I fresh. Khadie on fresh pass all the other one there. Wow. Khadie on fresh pass all the other one there." And we continued this, and it has gone on and on and on, and we have kept the promise, and we kept investing on the name. The biggest investment in our business is our cassava leaf processing line. That costs about 350,000 pounds.
Wow.
The cassava leaf processing line.
You do that in your
in that our little place, yes.
In your place here.
So
in your shop.
So please, my people, whenever you see that cassava leaf, do not relent. Eat Khadie Fresh every day, because that cassava leaf processing line, you know, we have a machine processing, machine grinding, machine packaging, machine sealing. You always see me there when we are doing it. So all of this, and for it to freeze, there's a blast freezer that freezes everything. So it is not a small thing that we have done for Mama Salon. So that's cassava leaf on its own. When they say you get Khadie Fresh, that should be always in your mouth. Ask people, you get Khadie Fresh. That is the only thing that you are doing for us. What we have done for Salon, you wouldn't know until you go to Sierra Leone. Yes, when you see people who are taking drugs are plucking cassava leaf in a very hygienic manner at a very hygienic place, then you know that, oh my God, this is what this woman is talking about. We are not concentrated on saying, I only employ women in this village, men in that. No, we employ people who need jobs. And the reason why we brought these jobs to Sierra Leone is because we did it in other countries. We used to help other people in other countries. Yes. What I mean by we used to help other people, imagine when we went to Ghana, we had the sesame production place. You can imagine how many people had
in Sunyani.
Yes, in Sunyani village. Can you imagine how many people were sitting down picking their benny just to come and sell it to us? And for us to get, you would think that we were just going to buy 5-6 bags of benny. No, we are buying 1,000 bags of benny. That is not one person's job. So imagine sitting down picking those. You will be happy you have a job.
Yeah.
The people were happy with they had a job. And that is what we want to go and do in Sierra Leone. We are doing it there now on a small scale. We want to do it in a bigger scale so that people can sit down in their little, in a village in Pepel, for example, or you can sit down in Maboka, you plant your pepper, you dry it, you bring it to Khadie Fresh. We can package it and go and sell it for you abroad. Or we bring it abroad and package it and sell it. This is what we want to do. But oh yeah, our country does not have the possibilities. Our president is not listening to us. I tried to talk to president because for me, it's the only one I see. I tried, but today we have one minister of agriculture. Another day we have another minister of agriculture. 3 weeks later, there's a, so you don't get to talk to people to let them understand what you want to bring into the country.
What you're stressing is the need for continuity.
It's the need for continuity. Because continuity gives trust, and trust interprets to investment. Because when the people trust that we are coming to buy what they are planting, they are going to invest in the farm which they want to plant. That is their own investment. You may think that each time somebody talks about investment, people are thinking that you mean white man can invest. No, the farmer in the village can invest, because when he takes that goat that he put in the motorbike, he brings it to town to sell, he gets money, and with that money, he's going to buy seeds. He will buy his pepper seed, he will buy his sour seed, he will buy his benny seed, take it to the farm, to his village, plant it. He will plant it because he knows that when this pepper grows up, I'm going to sell it to Khadie. I'm going to sell it to a company called Khadie Fresh at Lunga, and they are going to come and use it. So that is an investment as well from that farmer. So each and every one of us has a chain reaction of investment. And it is those chain reaction of investment that I want Sierra Leoneans to look at. Do not look at politics only. Do not look at what Tom, Dick, and Harry are doing. I am asking you to join the chain, because if you don't join the chain, where you need to contribute to that chain, you have broken it. And so it's not rolling. Constantly look at the chain. Who are the people who are in front? What are they doing? How can you contribute to what they are doing? How can you sell to them on what they are doing? And that creates a chain. Let us look at chain in another way. Let us not only look at chain in the chain that our ancestors were shackled. When we hear the word chain, let us think immediately, how are we going to contribute to the movement, to the chain of Sierra Leone, so that everybody can put a little bit. The farmer started, the farmer planted his goods. Khadie went, she bought it. They brought it to you here in London. You buy it, you eat it, you give Khadie that money. Khadie takes that money again, takes it to Sierra Leone, goes and buys from that farmer. Hey, Melvin, is the chain working?
It's a chain reaction, yes. Yes.
Exactly.
Excellent stuff.
This
Excellent
is
stuff.
what I want people to remember. Don't break the chain. Let the chain roll. And this is why we invested in that machine, because we know that when the war was going on, there was a kind of cassava leaf that we used to eat in this country. In Sierra Leone, we wouldn't give it to our goats, but we were managing it. The plasas that was coming, we wouldn't give it to our goats, but we were managing it because that's what we had. Now we can have better. Why don't we contribute to the chain? Everybody, every Sierra Leonean, every African must contribute to that chain, because that chain is not being consumed only here. That chain is being consumed in Africa, right in your village.
Wow. Well, the Melvin Metzger show is diverse, and today we spotlight game changers and trailblazers in the community. We have Khadie Fresh here, husband and wife team, owners of Khadie Fresh.
Khadie Fresh International.
Khadie Fresh International. You heard it from her. Khadie Fresh International, a husband and wife team.
Khadie Fresh International.
Khadie Fresh International.
Yes.
How many people have you? How many staff have you got at your site here in England, at your shop?
At our shop, we have the biggest staff, which is the robots.
Okay.
We have about
machinery.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Those are our biggest staff. Assisted by those staff, we have 6. In Sierra Leone, 6.
Okay.
In other African countries, about 12 or 13.
That's a good number.
So you have to work.
Yeah.
You have to work. People have to work, because if Khadie Fresh moves to Sierra Leone today, Khadie Fresh is going to employ 30 people instantly, day one.
Are you looking to move your business to Sierra Leone?
We are not moving our business to Sierra Leone. Our business is already in Sierra Leone.
Okay.
We just want to expand to our location.
Okay.
Yes. So when it expands to our location, on the first day, it will start by employing 30 people. So what will be, all the people listening today, what would be their own contribution to Khadie Fresh? You don't have to give money to Khadie Fresh. We don't have an NGO. No, I believe in people's strength. I believe in giving people so that they can give you back.
Yeah.
And how do you give people to give you back? You give them job.
Yeah.
You give them job. When you give them job, you give them something to do. And when they have something to do, they have dignity of life. If they have dignity of life, they have confidence to give you service. Trust me when I tell you that. When somebody is working for you and they are confident, they give you service.
Yes.
And that is what we want to do in Sierra Leone. So anybody who is hearing this, you have to join the chain. How do you join the chain? By buying Khadie Fresh. Wherever you see that name, let it ring a bell. Let it be that. That's our NGO there, Khadie Fresh. It's not a commercial entity only. It is an NGO. It is a commercial entity for
It's an
everybody.
ambassador.
Yes.
It's an ambassador. Yep.
An ambassador for Africa.
Right. Are you guys very warm, approachable? I visited your store and I've seen for myself. Now, these skill sets that you have, are they something that some people are born with it? Some people nurtured it over time? Or Khadie, I know you said that your mom had a small store. Is that where you gain all this knowledge from?
It started with my grandmother.
Yeah.
It started with my grandmother. My grandmother was planting lettuce and carrots in Wellington.
Okay.
Yes, my grandmother was planting lettuce and carrots. My grandmother is in a lot of those tourist photos that you see going around. Yes, I can see a lot of my grandmother and her friends there sitting down, selling their lettuce and their tomatoes between 1965 and 1970, 1980.
And you used to help her?
Well, she's my grandmother. We are living together. She has these farms. Yes, she has these farms, and that's where I saw the train for the first time at Wellington. That very noisy train that almost killed me.
Boom, boom.
Until now, yes, till now I'm always scared of the train. Yes. So you see that train track at Wellington.
Yeah.
That's where my grandmother used to plant lettuce, carrots, cucumber, parsley, thyme, mint. Those are all the things that they used to plant in those areas. And she used to carry us and we would be weeding all these things. As little child, 3, 4 years old, she used to carry us. And then when she finishes, they will bring it to the market, they will sell it, we are there. But my mother, on the other hand, was not selling lettuce and parsley. No, my mother was selling tomatoes and cabbages. Tomatoes and cabbages were being brought in from Kabbalah and Guinea. Yes, so that's what my mother was selling in the market. So people used to bring it in and they would come and supply her, and then she will in turn sell to the people. So she was a wholesaler. And my mother once supplied a Massey sheep. The first time Massey sheep came to Sierra Leone, my mother supplied a long time ago, yes. So she used to supply. So whenever they will come inland and they are looking for this kind of things, they will call IC2, and her name is IC2, and she will go and supply. And she used to supply hotels. She used to supply many of these big trawlers, fishing trawlers that will come in to supply them these things. And I think that's where I got this supplying thing. But it doesn't end there. My dad also was a timber merchant. Okay. Yes, my dad had a massive timber store at Kinjimi, where they used to sell Kinjimi shoes. Yeah, that's where we had a big timber store. My dad used to supply Ministry of Works in Sierra Leone.
So in effect, you were surrounded by business.
Yeah. Yes, and I was surrounded in this wholesale. The issue of wholesale, always getting directly from the farmer, bring it and let people come and buy from you, and they go and hawk it. Okay. That is always and that has stayed with me. And then I met this guy. When I met this guy, his grandmother, she was a farmer. Okay, tell us, please.
I think this was a match made in heaven. You guys were destined for each other. Yeah. You both have good business brains.
He has this fantastic story about his grandmother growing yam. I never knew that that's how yam was grown, that they will grow it and bring it into a room and they keep it there and it will grow leaves. From those ones, they will go and replant it. I never knew that he used to explain all of these things to me. And he told me how sesame grows, that sesame, you only plant it once, ever. And it always just sheds. So it's an evergreen plant. And that's what attracted us to it. we said, oh, well, then that means it's quick money. You plant it once, you always have it. As long as you plant a good species of it, you will always get good seed.
That's why you are cultivating it.
Yeah. You said once you cultivate it, you always get, you don't need to plant it, the rain will come, it will grow, it will bring out millet, you go and pick it, and I'm like, wow. And me having come from that family, it was very, very easy for me to pick up. And that's how we continued.
Great. Viewers, you're live on the Melvin, you're watching the Melvin Metzger show with our guest, Mr. and Mrs. Alabi, owners of Khadie Fresh. When you were talking, Khadie, I related to what you were saying because I'm an agriculturist by profession.
Yes.
I studied agriculture, but for some strange reason, I've never practiced. I've never worked in a field or anything. I've never practiced. I've never worked as an agriculturist. But that's that's what I studied. But I switched into something else and I did all sorts of different things. And but I could relate to what you're saying about subsistence farming, all these sort of things you were talking about. I could relate. And that's why I was paying much attention because you were just talking about what I've done, you know?
Yes.
So that was great. Mr. Alabi, you've done well for this business. And as they say in England, more grease to your elbow. And any words of advice for the new generation that's going to try and go into business? Any words of advice from your experiences?
I would say they should try to be innovative. They should try to be, they should flexible mind.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's all.
That's all. So they have to be innovative. They have to have a flexible mind. And then, okay, Khadie, over to you. Maybe you can add a bit.
Oh, no, I will just expand what he means when he says that they have to be innovative.
She's my guru, please.
Yes. I've been never. It's
my guru.
Next year, we're going to celebrate our 30th wedding anniversary. Is it next year? Oh, no, 29. This 29. Year, we are 28 years together.
Oh, congratulations. Congratulations, guys.
28 or 29? We are 30 years in love.
30.
So, yes, we are 30 years in love. We have never spent more than a week or two away from each other. Yes, we. So, whenever he starts a sentence, I finish it. And whenever I start, he finishes it. Yeah. But the problem is that he will say, I thought you were going to stay. And that's where the problem. But I'm not going to stay. I'm going somewhere else.
I used to be a chatty person.
Yeah.
Yes, until she came in and
yes. So and then you stop chatting.
All I don't do is just listen.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that's the case, yeah.
And then everybody said, but for me, you used to tell the jokes. Now what happened? He said, well, you can hear the other voice. Wow. I had always been like this anyway. That's why my dad always liked me, and I always talk. I like talking. I like talking. Yeah. But it was about what people learn from what he means by being flexible and being innovative. Being flexible, because in business there are ups and downs, there are highs and lows. It's never a straight line. Yeah. So if you stay focused, you will know that it's not going good. Let me find this way. Let me run another way. Find corners. Don't just expect it to be very, very straight. If need be, bend it so that you can get ahead. That's what he means by that. Meaning, if this one is not going good, don't be afraid to change.
Yeah.
Switch. Go to another thing. As long as you plan it properly, you will get there.
You will execute
what it means by being innovative. Gosh.
New ideas
all of the time. Since we came abroad, people have been buying old cars to send to Sierra Leone to sell. When are they going to change what they do to these cars? Why don't you think that when you buy the car, repair it properly, do something better with this car before you take it to Sierra Leone? Or when you bring it to Sierra Leone, do something better before you sell it. You are buying old clothes. Change. You are buying this. Change. Change, innovate the things that you are doing. Maybe you are buying old clothes. You just used to go, you dump it to the people to sell. So now, what can you do? Improve on those clothes that you're buying. Wash it properly, iron it, put it in plastic bag, let it shine, make it new, all of those things. Innovate it.
Yeah.
Change.
Chinese people are not like that.
Yeah.
Yes. Go.
Let us follow. Sometimes I want to envy the Chinese and the Indians. They are always changing. They are always moving. They are always innovating. And there's another set of people that we never talk about because we don't know what they're doing. We don't see them travel. They don't come outside. There are other Asian people,
Yeah.
Thailand people, Indonesian people, Singapore people. Do you know the kind of things that they sell? They sell things that, we just have the crinkle to eat. They don't have crinkle to eat.
Excuse me, just for me.
Yes. They don't have crinkle only to eat.
Yeah.
They have crinkle. They make jute bags from it.
Yeah.
They make clothes from it.
Yeah.
They make other many things they make from it. But we just have crinkle, eat, and good night. Tomorrow again, plant crinkle, eat. People are changing. People are changing. People are changing.
They have a lot of byproducts.
Innovative. Yeah, be innovative. That's what I mean when I also say that if you are thinking about Khadie Fresh's business, think about other things that you can come and sell to Khadie Fresh. Not only to say, I want to go and do exactly what they are doing. Yeah. We can do other things too.
There's a lot everyone can do. There's plenty dimensions, a lot others can do. We don't have to do the same all the time.
Yes, it does. It does go a long way.
Right. It's been, I think we started late. Apologies to our viewers, but finally we got the interview going.
To all of them.
That's fine. That's fine. You've provided a good, immeasurable service to the community, Khadie Fresh, and I'd like to thank you guys for coming on the show. It's been a pleasure having Mr. and Mrs. Alabi, Khadie Fresh International, on the Melvin Metzger Show. I wish you the best in your future endeavors.
Thank you.
So to my viewers, this brings us to the end of another show. And my words of wisdom for you today is do the best you can until you know better. Then when you know better, do better. I got that for my Angelou. Thank you and good night.
Thank you.
Good night.
Good arrow.
Good arrow.
Yes. Good night. Nice.